my involvement there in the community, like I said, I came to this church in Akron Bible Church, and the pastor, who he at the time he's a biker, and me and him really hit it off, and he tried to pray with me before I went to that event there in Indianapolis. And you know what? I didn't pray with him, but I did. I never forgot that. He reached out to me. So anyway, I ended up going there. And so, like I said, this church was so active in the community. And that's the same church I'm with now. But there's just so much ministry going on. And, we do, like I said, outreach in the biker community with rides and runs and, toy drives and whatnot. Just all the things that are going on. And, we're always, just how like bikers are. Bikers will support good causes all the time. I mean, everybody knows if something's going to get done, it's going to be the biker community. So that's a big plus to be involved with them. But we got a youth group too, and my son involved in that. These guys are reaching out in a hard neighborhood for some of these kids going through some really, really tough situations. So we got that going on. We got a ministry called Hope Cafe. It's right there on South Street in Akron. It's a coffee house. And we got a pole barn in the back, which we call it Hope Cafe Outback. And there we feed every Friday night. We do Feed the Need. We can feed probably about 90 people in there sitting down, and we got a stage and stuff in there. And so that's a ministry in itself, right there in South Street. Then across the street, we got Agape Storehouse. That's a building full of food. We do food ministry out there, food drive, giving out food all the time over there at the Agape Center. And then we have what we call a Joanna House, women's housing and recovery. And we're always working with the recovery community. There's so many different programs. And honestly, man, some programs, God bless them, but there's a lot of information. And people don't need a lot of information. They need transformation, change. You know what I mean? And so that's what we really, really push that. And over there, we have a ministry with the women's housing. My wife runs that. We got a couple houses for the women, and men as well. But that whole church right there in that neighborhood, it's outreach, a lot of outreach. And going to broken homes, broken families, and so we do our big push at the end there at Christmas, giving kids, toys, food baskets and stuff. But we'll go in a house, deliver a food basket, and we'll share the Christmas story. Just in there with the home, just get real with folks, that just been through so much. So anyway, I'm in. It's crazy how I ended up there. If you told me I was going to be the pastor of that place, I'd have ran out the other door. It's crazy how that happened, but you know what? I know I'm supposed to be there. And so we have we got an outreach center, and we do a lot of feeding and all that. But it's just like, people tell me all the time, they're on South Street. Hey, preacher, tell us how Jesus turned the water into wine, and so I tell them, and just on that fact, on that little note there, when the first miracle that was recorded that Jesus had done was right doing just that. He turned the water into wine. And his mother, Mary, she said something pretty powerful, pretty direct. She told Jesus' followers, whatever he says, do it. Boom. That right there, you can live on that. And that's kind of what my life is today. Do what he says, watch what he does. And so, what did he say? 3 words he said that changed my life. 3 words that changed my life. I believed it. I'm just crazy enough to believe it. I burned more brain cells, been in more car wrecks, motorcycles. You know what? I just know this. Simple, straight, no chase. 3 words that Jesus said that changed my life. Come, follow me. And I took that to heart. That's kind of what we're doing with the whole community. And you know what? Not everybody may agree. That's all right. But that's what changed me, and that's what I'm going to use to try to help change someone else. And so the great part about that is we got a faith family, a family that that we're a little dysfunctional. I say we're felony friendly over at Akron Bible Church, and if you ever come down there, we don't have any valet parking, so don't give your keys to nobody in that neighborhood especially. And I always tell them, if you come there, you better have a prayer life, because somebody might be stealing your Cadillac converter while you're in church. And it's raw and real. But I'll tell you this, we got a real God. And so I'm very grateful to be there in that place. And it's rough. I mean, it's I always say I'm dodging bullets down there and, preaching Jesus. But you know what? Like I said, that motorcycle end of it is just, it just fits. And there's something about, when you get a bunch of men, especially, riding together. And, women come too, but there's something about that camaraderie, that brotherhood. And when we're all working together, doing ministry together, man, it's strong. It really is. So, like I said, that's where we're down here on that corner, South and Brown, where it all goes down. And, we've seen a lot of things, but like I said, there's nothing better to me than to see somebody who's been through life, made bad choices like I have over and over, ready to give up, ready to quit. They don't quit, and they get the hope they need. And that changed life, man, is priceless. So that's what we do. That's what we're doing. That's what we're striving to do. Straight, no chase, man.